Today, I'm looking at a portable AC power bank from RAVPower. So what is an AC power bank useful for? Well, an AC power outlet is just like the typical power outlets that you would find in your wall plug. And that's going to be useful and allow you to plug in things that aren't USB-A or USB-C. So some laptop power adapters or mini fridges and fans, that kind of thing. You can use a power bank like this to power. Now, this isn't just an AC power bank. It does have two USB-A ports and one USB-C power delivery port capable of up to 60-watt power delivery. So it's kind of an all-in-one power bank. Now, full disclosure, I wasn't paid by RAVPower to make this video, and so my thoughts and my testing are my own, but they did supply the power bank for me to review. So this power bank is going for between $117 and $130 US. Now, one discrepancy is that in Canada, where I'm from, this power bank is listed as having a 27,000 milliamp hour capacity, or about 99.9 watt hours. In the States, it's listed as having 30,000 milliamp hours. I'm going to get more into it in my testing, but they are very likely the same power bank and have the same capacity. Okay, so let's get into the features of this power bank. You have the two USB-A ports, you have one USB-C power delivery port with 60-watt power delivery output and 45-watt input. And this is going to be what you use to charge the power bank with. And then of course you have the AC power outlet here, and you can do 2-prong, but there's also a kind of hole here that's going to allow you to do 3-prong as well. You turn the AC power outlet on by holding down the power button for 8 seconds, and then the outlet will turn on. And when the AC power outlet is turned on, the other USB ports do not work. Now the AC power outlet here is rated for 110 to 120 volt, 60 hertz, max 85 watt device. So the device that you plug into the AC power outlet should be rated for 85 watts or less. I believe it can handle a max of 100 watts, but I think that's just kind of like peaking up. So you do want your device to be 85 watts or less. And one additional note, the AC power outlet here does not have pure sine output, so you're going to need to look for a different power bank if you have sensitive electronics that kind of need that. One final feature, there are 8 blue LEDs that light up here, and they are going to show you the remaining capacity of the power bank. Okay, quickly, what it comes with, you have a zippered soft-sided case, you have the typical mesh bag, and you have a USB-C to USB-C cable. It does not come with a USB-C wall charger, so you're going to be looking for a 45 watt or higher USB-C wall charger so that you can charge this power bank through its USB-C port. The build quality of this power bank feels pretty good. It's kind of covered with like a almost rubberized coating. I would say like it's a plastic rubberized matte finish that feels nice, feels durable, but it also seems like it collects like oil from skin, and you can't even really like brush it off. Like it just feels like a magnet for like, not really fingerprints, but I would say more like kind of oil. But that's not really, a durability issue. It does feel like well built. It's not like it's creaking around or anything. It weighs in at 1,006 grams or 2.2 pounds, which is quite heavy. When you compare it to an equivalent capacity power bank, you can see that this one is much larger, much heavier, and that is because of the AC power outlet needing to have the inverter. That's why this one has the extra weight and bulk. So you can't really do like a direct comparison like that. Okay, moving on to testing. So the reason why I know that this power bank is the same as the one that's listed in the States is that even though this one's listed at 27,000 milliamp hours, in the States it's 30,000 milliamp hours, when I tested this one, what I was getting was a tested capacity of 98% of rated capacity, which that really only happens when the cells in the power bank are greater than they're listed like on the back of the power bank. Typically, I'm seeing like 80 to 85%, and so 98% of rated capacity is just, that doesn't happen. Assuming this is a 30,000 milliamp hour power bank, or about 111 watt hours, this power bank has a tested capacity of 88.8% of rated capacity, which is pretty high, even if it's a 30,000 milliamp power bank. Now, when I was testing capacity, I was using the USB-C power delivery port to drain the power bank completely while I was measuring the watt hours as I was draining it. And so that's kind of a good way to test just regular capacity. But testing the AC capacity. The thing is that when you're using the AC, the inverter is going to be less efficient because it has to kick in a fan. And so when I was testing capacity with a 65 watt draw, the AC put out 75% of rated capacity. So 88.8% of rated capacity when using USB-C, 75% of rated capacity when using an AC device at 65 watt draw. Now I also timed how long the battery bank would last when drawing at 65 watts, and you can expect about an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, quickly what I want to talk about is the loudness when using the AC plug. So the inverter kicks in, there's fans that go off. The fans are, I would say, about a quarter the loudness of like a hair dryer. So they're quite loud. It's about the loudness of a room fan, but it's higher pitched, so it's not as like in the background. It's kind of annoying. It's not a pleasant sound. Here is an example of what it sounds like. The battery also has 2 air vents that you're going to want to make sure you don't block so that the fans in here can keep it cool. Okay, some final thoughts here. Obviously, power banks like this have their uses. Not everything that you have is going to run off of USB-A or USB-C power. Sometimes you're going to need to plug something into the wall, and a power bank like this could be really useful. Obviously, the cons of using a power bank like this are the size and the weight and the loudness. It's more expensive than equivalent capacity USB-A, USB-C power banks. And a power bank like this isn't going to power all of your AC devices. Again, it has a power rating of 85 watts, so the device that you're going to plug into this needs to be 85 watts or less. A couple other quick notes. Remember, this power bank does not come with a USB-C wall charger, and that's what you're going to need to use to recharge this. So if you don't have a USB-C wall charger already, I will link to a 45 watt USB-C wall charger that will work for this device in the description below. Also, if you need a larger capacity AC power bank than this, RAVPower does make a larger version that has much greater capacity and multiple AC power outlets, and I believe it does pure sine output. And so I will link to that one in the description below as well. Finally, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more AC power bank reviews like this in the future. There's kind of a lot of like really large capacity, like high wattage options out there. And I'd love to know whether or not you'd like to see more stuff like this on the channel. I hope that you enjoyed watching this review. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber, make sure to click subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.